Ladies and gentlemen, the Fight Army is back with a new show, same channel. That's right. We're on. It's the new one. Wrestling News After Dark, ladies and gentlemen, with big host Vince Masters. How y'all doing? This is going to be the full episode. The half episode's on blogtv.com, which you can catch my new episode on there every week. Well, let's get to the news. Let's start off with what's going on with Mr. David Otunga. Well, he's basically been filming with Holly Berry, which I didn't even know about, on the Nest, and he will be back on the 8:30 show of one of the wrestling shows. They didn't really say, as far as according to the sources. They said that he will be going on the Australia show, though, which should be happening sooner than later. Also, 12 Rounds Reloaded, it's going to be called. It will be starring yours truly, Randy Orton. And he will be, as according to Variety.com, of course, and John Cena will not be in it, thank God. John Cena sucks. And that's just my opinion, but it will be a direct-to-DVD release, so stay tuned for that. Also, TNA announces partnership with Twitter to stream live content. Dixie posted on her Twitter page recently that she's proud, and I would be proud too, to be on Twitter. So she's going to be on Twitter from now on. Also, TNA Hardcore Justice on August 12th. Here's my prediction for that pay-per-view. That's looking really good, I gotta say, leading up to Bound for Glory. TNA Hardcore Justice pay-per-view will have the WWE. I know, I'm kind of tired. That's worked out. Sorry. It's going to have Zema Iron versus Kenny Kim. Don't know too much about Kenny Kim, so I'm going to take Zema Iron. It will be for the X Division title. A tag match was scheduled. Kid Cash and Gunner takes on Chavo Guerrero, the newly added roster man, and Hernandez. I'm going to take Chavo and Hernandez to win that match. Miss Tessmacher versus Madison Rayne for the TNA Knockout title. I'm taking Miss Tessmacher. This is going to be great. I like these matches they put up here. Bound for Glory Falls Count Anywhere match. We have Rob Van Dam versus Magnus versus Mr. Anderson versus the Pope. I'm taking Rob Van Dam of all people, of course. We got a Bound for Glory series table match. Bully Ray versus James Storm versus Jeff Hardy versus Robbie E. Easy. Van Dam's definitely going to win that. I think he deserves more of the points than any of those guys on there. Mr. Anderson's up in the forward deck right now, but Rob Van Dam deserves it definitely. Another match that's going to be happening, which I'm looking really forward to, is the ladder. Oops, I skipped one. It's a table match, Bound for Glory Series table match. Bully Ray versus James Storm versus Jeff Hardy versus Robbie E. I'm taking James Storm in that one. That one's going to be a huge match. But I gotta say, James Storm's going to win just because of the new elite team that's been going around punching everybody. In case anybody hasn't noticed, they've been beating the hell out of everybody except for James Storm. Every time James Storm comes, they run. So does he have a connection to this team? We'll soon find out. Maybe at Hardcore Justice we'll find out. So I gotta take James Storm to win that one. Also, Bound for Glory Series ladder match I'm looking forward to right here. AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels versus Kurt Angle versus Samoa Joe. I'm going to go with Kurt Angle on this one. He's getting up there. He's catching up. And I could see him winning this. But if AJ Styles wins all of a sudden, I'd be kind of surprised because of all the crap he's going through. Main event match for the TNA title, Austin Aries versus Bobby Roode. I'm going to think, I love Austin Aries and everything. And I think he's got great charisma. I'm glad TNA's making him a bigger star and pushing him up there. But I'm going to have to take Bobby Roode on this account. I think Bobby Roode's going to be the one to get the title back and go headline Bound for Glory again. Against who? I don't know. I picked Kurt Angle to win it against. It could be a rematch from last year's. We'll see. Also, on to more wrestling news real fast here. Before I get into the unimportant ones. Chris Jericho's favorite opponent, he revealed it on a recent interview. His favorite opponent is Shawn Michaels. His favorite match with him was the feud with him in 2008, and it was a ladder match. And in case people don't remember that, I believe it was either No Mercy or, I think it was No Mercy. I think it was 2008 No Mercy, I believe. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but that's a logical guess. I'm going to give you the Bound for Glory standings right now, updated. As of update of James Storm is in the lead, which makes me think that he is connected to his team somehow. He's got 52 points, 47 points. That's second, Samoa Joe catching up. Third place, my pick also, besides James Storm to win it all, is Kurt Angle with 41 points. Mr. Anderson, 40 behind him. Jeff Hardy, 28. Bobby and Dan, 20. Both on the fifth spot tied. Sixth spot, Christopher Daniels, 26 points. Bully Ray, 21 points. 7 also is Magnus with the same amount, 21 points. AJ Styles got 16, number 8. The Pope is number 9 with 7 points and with 5 points. Of all the people, probably not very that surprising, Robbie E. So there you go. Now, on to the last amount of news here. Sean O'Haire went from WWE to TNA, then he's now a hairstylist. In case people want to know that, which is ridiculous, retarded, but that's what it is. Chris Jericho says for SummerSlam at this time is that his band is no longer playing a Fozzy event for the August 19th event, which makes Jericho available for an appearance at SummerSlam, which most likely means he will be taking on Dolph Ziggler at SummerSlam, which I predicted would probably be added to the card sooner than later. And I do think that Jericho will win if he has no other times to leave. But if he does leave afterwards, then Dolph Ziggler may pick up a win somehow. They may rise him since he's running the bank winner, which is a good thing. JBL teasing a comeback on Twitter to the announced team, surprisingly kind of saying after Michael Cole shows he is still alive and what an idiot he is, I'm coming back. That's what he posted on Twitter, saying that he wasn't serious about coming back, but that just might be a tease for him to come back. It'll be great to see JBL back as a part of an announcer. We need another announce guy, so it'll be alright. Shawn Michaels recently in an interview to step back, and they asked him if he would ever step back in the ring again. His answer, which I'm confused about, is at this time, is he would think about more about that stuff later on because of the fact that he's older now. He has to think about his kids, and he doesn't want to go around with broken knees and all that, which is understandable. But the weird thing is, I thought he said he wasn't come back anyway because of his problems to The Undertaker, which he retired Michaels, and now he's saying he might come back. I hope he doesn't because it doesn't make no sense for him to come back. So hopefully that won't happen anytime soon. Major news here on WrestleMania, of course. WrestleMania 28 being the second place winner next to WrestleMania 23. WrestleMania 28 being the second highest buy in WrestleMania history next to WrestleMania 23, which was, in case people don't remember, Michaels and Cena. And I believe when Donald Trump won that match against Vince McMahon, shaved his hair, and Batista lost to The Undertaker. That was a great event. I'll never forget it. I still wish it would have been Triple H against John Cena in the rematch. Probably differences would have happened there. And I believe it still would have happened if H never got injured. But although it still takes the #1 spot. So that's great. But WrestleMania 28, I still got to agree with that. With it being the best that I've ever seen. Not only because I was there live for once, but just because of the card itself. It was a great card. So I would say that one was great too. Maurice will be opening a jewelry business this summer in Southern California. And that's what she's going to be doing. After Comic-Con, I believe she'll probably do it. Okay, onto some big wrestling news here. Team 3D opened up a wrestling school. Well, they already had Providence Wrestling School open. They have some graduates already. Their number is 407-390-9005 for those who want to become a professional wrestler. Or you can go and visit their site, team3dacademy.com. Those who do serious inquiries only, they can have a schedule for preliminary equipment for themselves. So how about that? That's good for those who want to be wrestlers. Now let's get to the Summer Slam. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm looking forward to. It's the anniversary of the Summer Slam. It's going to be big this year. CM Punk versus John Cena versus Big Show. Now, when you look at this match, you know, you had Cena versus Punk last year, Punk winning. But Triple H being roughly in this year, just add Big Show to the mix, basically, to make it different. But I still think CM Punk's going to retain this year somehow. And I think he's going to fight the Rock at the Royal Rumble, and eventually Rock will win and face Cena at WrestleMania. That's my prediction all the way through. Take it or leave it for what it is. But Pipe Bomber knows best. Sheamus versus Alberto Del Rio for the world title. I think that's a squash match. I mean, I already saw it last year. He was born. Sheamus will take it. I hope anyway. I don't want to see Alberto Del Rio win the belt. Hopefully I'll leave Sheamus against Randy Orton or a triple threat match between all three of them. Brock Lesnar versus Triple H, the match I've been looking forward to all my life. My dream match finally coming true. It's going to be great. Brock Lesnar versus H. It's going to happen. And I cannot wait for it. And Triple H is my prediction of winning. You know, I like Brock Lesnar also, but the way they brought Brock in the first place, they made him look bad. You know, by making him lose to a fruity pebble like Cena. And now Triple H, if he wins against them, it's going to be him against The Undertaker, basically, Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. And it's not going to look either better. It's not going to look either that good. So for Brock Lesnar, as he closes on his career, losing all three of these matches, if it happens, we'll see what happens, though. But that's my prediction at this point, that Triple H will go over, I hope. If Brock goes over, I don't know where they're going to go with the storyline after this, to be honest. Chris Jericho versus Dolph Ziggler is expected to be added to the card now that the status of Jericho is cleared. And I believe that if Jericho leaves afterwards, like I said before, Dolph will pick up the win. Not Jericho might pick up the win since he's saying Jericho don't have it no more. So Daniel Bryan versus Kane is expected to have added to the card also, with my prediction being, I don't know, because for some reason Kane's one tough cookie. But I think Daniel Bryan will somehow kick it for some odd reason. But now that I made up my mind about this, Dan Bryan's been going through a lot of crap, so I'm going to change my prediction with Kane in that match. But that's all today on wrestling, the first episode of Wrestling News After Dark. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will continue to do my best on Thursday. See you guys later. Good night.